I had to stand up in front of almost 300 students. Coming from somebody that had never done any public speaking, I couldn't have imagined what I was getting myself into. These students that make up the audience include many people that have bullied me over these last 5 years. From my inability to read aloud, tripping over my words mid-sentence, and the way I spell, people would always ridicule me for something that was out of my control. Just thinking of them sitting there with smirks on their faces, it turns my stomach. I remember taking my place on the podium and clearing my throat. I was trying to perform a few breathing exercises. 30 seconds felt like an eternity. I was frozen with fear, and by this time people had started to stare and question, why hasn't he begun talking yet? Or were they? I don't know. All I knew was rational thought went out the window. Looking over the sea of people present, I began to tell the story of my battles with dyslexia, from being laughed at by a class when asking to read a page out loud, to my disappointing exam results that shocked everybody. They'd all thought of me as being such a bright kid. When I had finished speaking, they stood up and applauded me, which caught on because soon everybody was applauding. Even the kids in the back, they started off with smirks, hoping they would get a good laugh, and they started to applaud. And now a new feeling was starting to brew inside of me.